After using the Logitech MX Keys S combo for over 7 months now, you'll definitely want to know this. Buckle up and let's go for the ride. First things first, let's talk about something I haven't particularly enjoyed, and that's the measly 10 days of battery life you get with the backlight on. And even though you can simply switch it off, I'd have preferred if Logitech gave it a battery capacity that would last just as long even with the backlights on. In saying that, the 5 months you get when the backlight isn't on are solid compared to the 2 or so months I get with my Apple Magic Keyboard. In general, I'll put it through some serious marathons, from long editing sessions to simple gaming, and it definitely shines above most keyboards. Talking of shining, customization and features are the areas it shines brightest, especially when working with the MX Master 3S. Starting with the ability to switch between devices all the while using the same set of peripherals. Case in point, I can easily switch to my MacBook without experiencing any lag. For instance, if you've got both your Mac and PC connected to the same monitor, you can easily switch between them without needing a KVM switch. Carrying on with the features, the backlight is another area, and even though previous gen versions also had it, the MX Keys S offers a lot more customization. Unlike its predecessor, which only allowed you to toggle the backlighting on or off, the MX Keys S gives you options to adjust the backlight in the Logi options software. For instance, you can adjust the brightness manually, set the backlight duration, and enable or disable the automatic brightness feature. Having talked about features and customizations, it would be a disservice not to talk about what makes all the features and customizations tick. Enter the Logi Options Plus, which you've already had me mention not too long ago. This is definitely a game changer if you want to take your experience with the Logitech devices to the next level. From customizing your keys, to monitoring the battery life of your devices, to changing and adjusting the backlight however you want, you'll be in for a treat. And that's not all. Its personalization capabilities, working in tandem with its features, enable you to take your productivity and creativity to new levels by allowing you to switch between multiple devices, all of which grant your workflow the much needed fluidity. Smart Actions, on the other hand, also got better and easier to use. With just a single press of a button, you can access multiple applications as soon as your Mac or PC powers on, which is super convenient. So whether you're a professional seeking efficiency in your workflow or a creative looking to amplify your artistic process, the Logi Options Plus makes that easy for you, and intriguingly, the app evolves with you thanks to the regular updates that bring fresh functionalities, ensuring your devices are always up to speed. When it comes to connectivity, the MX Keys S is wireless, and depending on your preference, you can either connect it via Bluetooth or the Logi Bolt USB-C receiver. And if what Logitech says is anything to go by, unlike most Bluetooth connections, the MX Keys S uses modified Bluetooth technology, providing more reliable signal strength in wireless environments and an end-to-end encrypted signal for better security. To connect via Bluetooth on a Mac computer, pick the option you'd want, either 1, 2 or 3, then hold it down for a few seconds, and once it starts blinking, go to Settings, then Bluetooth, and it should appear there. As for the Logi Bolt receiver, you can now pair with a select bunch of Logitech peripherals like the MX Master 3S or the MX Anywhere 3S mice. Something worth noting is the Logi Bolt receiver isn't the same as the previous gen MX Keys, hence the reason why the old unifying receiver can't work with the MX Keys S. With the keyboard connected and ready to go, we might as well take a look at how the keys work. If you're a mechanical keyboard enthusiast like me, you won't completely feel like you're missing out on the tactile feedback, as the keys have a slight travel thanks to the tactile scissor keys it comes with. For those who don't know what key travel is, it refers to the distance a key has to travel before the key press is registered. Another important aspect to talk about with regards to key travel is how they actuate. In the case of the MX Keys S, it's got an actuation force of about 36 G and a bottom out force of the same amount. If you'd ask me, the bump is quite subtle but still gives you a bit of that tactile satisfaction. As for the clicks, they are extremely quiet compared to my mechanical keyboards, and I doubt it would be annoying for anyone working close to you. Having talked about the performance, it can't come full circle without a mouse, and that's where the MX Master 3S comes in. It's been around for a while now, and even though it still holds the same design language as the MX Master 3, it's got a few features that set it apart, and it's not just good ergonomics, great battery life, or the horizontal scroll wheel we've seen in the last two MX Master mice versions. The 3S sticks out in the subtleties with features like an increase in range of the sensor from 4000 dpi in the previous gen to 8000 dpi, better tracking which can now work on glass, and clicks that are quieter than the previous gen 3. It's not all roses and sunshine though. There are a few quirks, mostly due to the generation leap Logitech made across the MX series, starting with the MX3S. The most notable being it no longer supports the old unifying technology, which I touched on a little earlier, as we now have Logitech Bolt, which has advantages like reduced USB bandwidth, and that means a decrease in latency. Now that we've talked about everything on the inside, we might as well talk about what encompasses the internals, how big it is, and what exactly it's made of. Starting off with the chassis, majority of the chassis is made from aluminum, which makes it look so premium, and the plastic parts come from recycled plastic. It's also got some heft to it, even though majority of the chassis is quite slim, with a slight elevation, which is good for ergonomics. Speaking of ergonomics, it does come with a wrist rest, which has been good to use, although the only downside I'd say is the cushioning is quite thin. Going into detail, even though it's a membrane keyboard, it's got scissor switches which give the keys a slight trouble, and being a keyboard enthusiast, that tactile feedback is so satisfying. For those who are new to the world of keyboards, there are mainly two types. Membrane keyboards are characterized by having a soft layer of membrane underneath the keys, and how they work is, when a key is pressed, a circuit registers that pressure and sends a signal to your computer that the key was pressed. On the other hand, mechanical keyboards have individual switches under each key that register your key press, and with mechanical keyboards, it gets even more interesting because there are several kinds, but they all fall under tactile, clicky, and linear switches. If you'd like a deep dive into the world of mechanical keyboards, check out this video. When it comes to the layout, it's got a 100% layout with 104 keys, which basically means it has all the essential keys plus a numeric keypad. In contrast, my Apple Magic Keyboard and my other mechanical keyboard have a 75% layout with 74 keys. Another thing to note is, it can be used interchangeably between Mac and Windows. Price is another area I'm sure most of you would like to know about. Now, even though it's been in the market for a while, the whole package still goes for 320 Australian dollars, which is pretty much the same when it originally came out. But if you've got some patience, you can bargain hunt and score it for as low as 275 Australian dollars. Quick tip here, it's better to get it as a whole as opposed to every item on its own, as it's more cost effective. And for perspective, the MX Keys S on its own would cost you around 170 Australian dollars, the MX Master 3S $140, and the wrist rest 40 Australian dollars, bringing the total to $350. When you do the maths, individually they cost you an extra 30 bucks on the original price, and against the lowest available price, you can potentially save 75 Australian dollars, which is an absolute steal. In conclusion, I'd say in a world where efficiency meets elegance, the MX Keys S combo sits at the sweet spot. With each press of the keys and click of the mouse, it transforms the mundane into the extraordinary, and whether it is its illuminated keys guiding you through the darkest of creative nights, the pinpoint precision of the mouse helping you glide effortlessly through your editing timelines, Word documents or web pages, the process is going to be fluid and effortless, and it doesn't stop there. The fluidity trickles down to the connection of your devices, making your desk one cohesive space with a consistent flow, thus ensuring you encounter fewer issues whilst working, and it's not just about function. Its elegant design from premium materials fuses the innovation and craftsmanship that went into the build, therefore enveloping you in a sense of luxury and a stunned reminder that simplicity is elegance. If your budget allows, I'd highly recommend. Well, that sums up my review of the MX Keys S combo. If you found this video helpful or enjoyed it, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and click the notification bell to get notified whenever I post a new video. Here's a review of the rarest keyboard in the world. Until then, people of the internet, I'm signing out. See you on the next one.